Monday, June 3rd, alive and kicking, back in the saddle here. Welcome aboard, everybody. I am Dr. Peter Glidden, and this is Fire Your MD Now. The call-in number, 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. I'd like to thank Mike Phillip and the Commander for filling in for me last Friday and Thursday, respectively, when I was on the road again for longevity, kicking it out of the park in Miami and Trinidad, of all places. Trinidad, of all places. They sucked it up in both venues, over 100 people each evening, and the longevity wave begins to grow. The longevity wave continues to grow, I should say. Continues to grow. We're kicking it out of the park all around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Well, because we can. Now, a friend of my son's has a Camaro, one of those, really cool Camaro IROC cars, with the eagle pointed on, painted on you know what I'm talking about. And he's junking it. He has to junk it. He's maybe going to get $300 if he's lucky. He has to scrap it because he hasn't taken care of it appropriately. Whether by hook or by crook, whether it was because of financial or intellectual reasons or who knows, life comes rolling in. The car just wasn't taken care of appropriately, and now the engine is in trouble, transmission's in trouble, I don't know. What's the problem is the car has to be scrapped. It's too expensive to fix. And I looked it up on the internet. This car, this make, model, and year, had it been properly taken care of, could have easily been sold for over $5,000. I mean, if it was really like pristine, kept in a garage and updated, could have gotten 10 grand for it, easily. It's a collector's item. Awesome car. But now they've got to scrap it. Why? Because it wasn't taken care of. And I thought to myself, how different is that with us and the human body? Well, it's not any different. As a matter of fact, it's much more delicate a device, the human body, than a man-made machine. So we need to take care of the human body. We need to be conscious of what we're doing to the human body vis-a-vis health and medical care and treatment. And the irony of ironies here is that in the semi-free world in which we live, in industrialized nations around the world, we lean on the MDs, the allopathic reductionists, for our medical care, but the MDs don't practice health care. They practice disease management. There is a gigantic difference between health care and disease management. The MDs don't practice health care. They practice disease management. So under their tutelage, our health gets worse and worse and worse. It doesn't get better and better and better. We're not getting healthier. Our life expectancies are not getting longer. The incidence of chronic disease is not getting less and less. It's getting worse and worse and worse because we have taken the wrong dog to the hunt. We've taken the MDs out for a run. We've let the MDs tell us what to do to keep our bodies healthy, and they are completely incapable of doing that. All that they can do is march in with drugs and surgery once the game is already afoot. The reference ranges that the MDs use, when you have your blood work done, right? And, he says blood glucose and blood urea nitrogen and AST and ALT and potassium and chloride, et cetera, et cetera. And then it'll give you the reference range, and then it tells you where your numbers fall. Well, the reference ranges that the MDs use are based on pathology. They exist only to tell you once something is already broken, because the MDs have no working knowledge of what to do to support and promote the healthy function of any part of your body. They are only taught how to intervene with drugs and surgery once the system is broken. It's nonsense. So, for instance, let's say the healthy reference range of blood sugar is from 60 to 99. 60 to 99. Let's just say 60 to 99. So you go to your medical doctor for your annual physical because, you want to be on top of your health care. I mean, this is why you give pay for medical insurance every month, right? You want to maintain your health so that your body doesn't break down. You want to be responsible, not only to your life, but to the lives of those who are near and dear to you. It's going to stink if you die. You know, it might be okay for you, you know, depending on the afterlife situation, but not okay so much for the people you leave behind. So this is why most of us are proactive about our health. It's, you know, for the sake and benefit of our loved ones. Plus, you know, who wants to die a slow, horrible, and painful death? Nobody. So we give these people money for medical insurance premiums, and once a year we go in for our annual physical checkup, and we get the blood work done, we get the urinalysis done, we get the CT scan done. Don't ever get a CT scan done unless you've been hit in the head. Don't ever get a CT scan done unless you've been hit in the head. But in any event, so you have the blood work done, and it shows blood sugar, right, your blood glucose. Reference range from 60 to 99. Now, your blood glucose is at a 98. It's at a 98. That's still inside the reference range, isn't it? It's still inside the normal reference range. So your medical doctor will tell you, well, hey, Bill, hey, Mary, that's not a problem. You're still inside the reference range. And meanwhile, they're thinking to themselves, well, holy smokes, it's 90. You know, they're 1 point away, 2 points away from being diabetic. They're 2 points away from being diabetic. What can I do? Well, the only thing that I can do as a medical doctor is treat them once they're diabetic. If I treat them before they're diabetic for diabetes, then I can have my license yanked, and I don't know how to prevent diabetes. I don't know what to do to support and promote the structure and function of healthy blood sugar metabolism. So all I can do as a medical doctor is wait until it's broken and then manage the diabetes. All right, you see how that works? Now, when these people come to naturopathic physicians or chiropractors, licensed health professionals who have a clue, holistic health providers who have a clue, we base our reference ranges on healthy levels, not on pathological levels. So if you came to see me as a patient in a state where I was licensed to practice medicine, and I ordered blood work and it showed that your blood sugar was 98 and the reference range was 60 to 99, or, you know, it was 89 and the reference range was 60 to 90, you're 2 points away from being diabetic. So I would aggressively put you on a program to support and promote the healthy structure and function of your body's ability to metabolize blood sugar. That's what I would do. That's what anybody who is a smart, holistic, preventive physician would do. That's what anybody practicing healthcare would do. But that's not what your medical doctor does, because they don't practice healthcare. They practice disease management. You got to snap out of it. Wake up and smell the coffee. You're giving the wrong profession the money. You've taken the wrong dog to the hunt. You know, if you're a pheasant hunter, you take a chihuahua out into the fields, I can guarantee you're going to come back empty-handed, unless, you know, the chihuahua stumbles over a dead pheasant. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. But this is the deal. We don't know what we don't know. We think that our medical doctor knows what's best for us. But our allopathic MD only knows what they've been trained in. And what they've been trained in is an old-fashioned, arcane, outdated philosophy of medical treatment. It's not even a philosophy of healing. It's a philosophy of medical management. It's a Machiavellian, mediocre medical management system that has monopolized the medical theater. There's a lot of alliteration there. It's a monopolistic, Machiavellian, mediocre, MD-directed medical management. Now, if you're down with that, God bless you, and, you know, have a nice life. You're going to have a short life. You're going to have a painful life. You're going to have, you're going to look forward to having one kidney, having no gallbladder, having your appendix yanked, having your tonsils and your adenoids yanked, having everything yanked, having 5 fake knees, having 2 fake hips, having 3 fake shoulders, needing prescription medicines to pee, prescription medicines not to pee, prescription medicines to wake up, prescription medicines to fall asleep, prescription medicines for the heartburn, for the high blood pressure, for the type 2 diabetes, for the anxiety and panic attacks, for the neurological pain, etc., etc., etc. Life brought to you by Bus Driver MD. Well, you know, and the corollary is, The irony is here that you were being responsible, and you were doing your due diligence. You were paying your medical insurance premiums. I mean, even when you couldn't make your house payment, you made your medical payment, because you get it, that health is your greatest wealth. But you didn't understand that the people that you go to for health care do not know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in. And what they've been trained in is one tiny piece of the greater pie of medical science. But the pharmaceutical industry has convinced you that the only people who know anything about medicine have MD after their name. And everybody else is a back-of-the-bus quack. You got to be kidding me. We wouldn't accept this type of mediocrity in any other profession, yet the MDs let us down, hurt us, harm us, and kill us. And every once in a while, they'll fix that bronchitis, and we keep coming back. You know, if you're trying to get a rat to run a maze in a laboratory setting, if you reward the rat randomly, the rat runs the maze much more efficiently than if you reward him all the time. You reward him all the time, the rat gets lazy and stops running the maze. Well, this is the way it is with us. Every once in a while, someone in our family has a urinary tract infection or bronchitis or pneumonia, an acute condition. Heaven forbid, they've been in a car accident. Heaven forbid, they were one of our warriors and they got their leg blown off by an IUD. MDs are excellent at treating that. So, you know, the person's suffering with an acute condition and the MD fixes it, and then we think to ourselves, oh my God, aren't they the greatest? Well, they are for acute disease. They are, but not for chronic disease. We haven't made that distinction. We need to. It's killing us. Ladies and gentlemen, fire your MD now and call me instead, 866-582-9933. You got that right, baby. I am back in the saddle. Today is Monday, the 3rd day of June, back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here with you on the 3rd day of June. Sure doesn't feel like it up here in the central United States. Sure does not feel like summer. It's not officially summer yet, but it doesn't feel like June. It's in the low 60s, high 50s. What is going on with Mother Nature? To complete my line of thought from the first segment, if you're interested in supporting and promoting in a preventive way, if you're the health of your body, if you want to take care of the automobile before so it doesn't break down and get crappy and so it needs to be scrapped, if you want to make yourself healthy, then going to an MD is a fool's errand because they are not trained in how to do that. They don't know how to do it. They're only trained to intervene with drugs and surgery once the system is broken, and their intervention is not curative. It is not designed to strengthen the body. It is designed to manage the illness. You want to manage your health? You want to do preventive maintenance with science-based, clinically verified nutrition delivered by licensed holistic health physicians? Well, that's a much better dog for that hunt. So what do we recommend as baseline boilerplate therapeutics to get that job done? Well, it's easy. 1 Healthy Start Pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. 1 bottle of Ultimate Selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month, and eliminate the 10 bad foods. Plus, have a goal of consuming 20,000 ORAC points of antioxidants a day, whether that's through nutritional supplements, food, or drink, or a combination thereof. 20,000 ORAC points of antioxidants a day, eliminate the 10 bad foods. 1 bottle of Ultimate Selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month, and 1 Healthy Start Pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month is a most excellent place to start your relationship with health, because your MD has completely dropped that ball. Let's go to Michigan right now and talk to Dave about what's up. Hello, Dave. Thanks for the call. You are live.
Hello, doctor. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm a little jet-lagged, or not jet-lagged. I'm a little sleep-deprived from my 4-day longevity experience in the field down there in Miami and Trinidad, but I'm back in the saddle today, man. How's it going up there in Michigan?
Excellent, excellent. Thanks to you, I have fired my MD. I'm just having a hard time convincing the rest of the family to do that. But my wife has an aunt, her godmother actually. She's 83. She has pulmonary fibrosis.
Yeah.
She's not doing well. She's on oxygen. She's quite frail. We brought her some BTT last night and made her, drink 1 scoop in about, 12 ounces of water. But apparently she had an upset stomach this morning and wasn't sure if it was from that. But she had a doctor's appointment, and a couple of her kids took her in to see her oncologist. I don't know why they have her with an oncologist for that diagnosis, but they claim it's from breathing in, hay and corn while she was a child living on a farm in Wisconsin. Now
so that's ridiculous because, that type of exposure breeds damage immediately after the exposure. There's stuff like asbestos that if you're exposed to it a little bit at a time, you're going to get symptoms from it 5, 6, 7 years later because that's how that goes. But, corn dust and hay dust, that's going to cause symptoms right away. So saying that this is caused by the inhalation of dust 60 years ago, that's grounds for malpractice. It's just nonsense. Honestly, it's just nonsense. I don't know how these guys get away with this type of nonsense, but apparently they do.
So where do we go?
Well, so look, Dr. Wallach, right? One of the more interesting pieces of his medical career was when he was working at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, at their Yerkes Department of Primate Research. When he was doing that stint, Wallach discovered the cause and the cure for cystic fibrosis, which is another type of lung fibrosis, pulmonary fibrosis, and he discovered that it was caused by a lack of selenium in the diet, and he also proved that it could happen in non-human species in monkeys. Before Wallach's research, they only thought that cystic fibrosis could happen in humans. Wallach proved it could happen in monkeys. He also proved the cause of it and discovered the cure of it, and when he did that, they fired him, and the National Institute of Health blackballed him from teaching at any medical university in the United States. I'm going to tell you what I recommend, because of what Dr. Wallach recommends, to support and promote the structure and function of your lungs right after these messages. Thanks for the call, Dave. Stick around. 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. That's the number to call to speak with me live, just like Dave from Michigan did. All right, Dave, here it is, man. Here's the drill. To support and promote the structure and function of the pulmonary system, it would be a very good place to start with one anti-aging healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. 4 bottles of selenium a month, regardless of the body weight. 4 bottles of selenium a month. And I would do actually 2 extra bottles of EFA Plus a month. 2 extra bottles of EFA Plus per month. Now, the only problem into the bargain here is that when we give EFA in this type of an amount every month, the essential fatty acids, if the person is also concurrently taking a blood thinner, that most elderly people are taking rat poison because their medical doctors have their heads up their butts. You need to be very careful that the blood doesn't get too thin. So make sure that every 2 weeks this woman is being tested for the thinness of her blood either with an INR test or a PT test. That's like Peter Thomas or Indigo Nancy Robert, all right? Indigo Nancy Robert or Peter Thomas test. That sees how thin the blood is, and if, the blood gets too thin, then the knucklehead MD will withdraw the rat poison. I also have no idea why she's seeing an oncologist, but that's because you can't fix stupid and the medical profession, with the exception of the emergency room medical doctors who are not addicted to street drugs, alcohol, or prescription medicines, as Harvard University says 51% of them are. Everybody else is to be avoided like the plague. So, you know, we also have to, Dave, and you know this, eliminate the 10 bad foods, right? So she really has to avoid oil in a bottle, fried food, and wheat, barley, rye, and oats, especially. Give her those nutritional supplements if she can take them. If she has an upset stomach or something from any of this stuff, dilute the supplement more and give it to her more slowly. And that's how you're going to see. And with something like this, you should see lung improvement improve or lung function improve within 21 days max, 21 days maximum. Remember, we're not treating pulmonary fibrosis. We're supporting and promoting the structure and function of her lungs. So give that a try, my brother. Keep up the good work, because you are the last best hope your community has to live a long and healthy life. Now go out there and show somebody else what we're up to. Going from Michigan to Milwaukee now. Talk to Darlene. I'm probably sure I didn't pronounce that correctly. Hello, Milwaukee. You are live.
Hello. It's Dalian.
Dalian. All right. How are you, girl?
Good.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing okay today. I've seen many doctors. They all say it's my gallbladder, and that it will bust one of these days, and to stay on a bland diet, not to eat this, not to eat that. I've lost over 50 pounds in the last 3 years. And my doctor even asked me if I was taking diet pills.
Yeah, so you were not trying to lose weight and you lost weight?
Yeah, I've lost over 50 pounds. I
How do you
went from
feel?
190, I'm to like 130 right now.
Hey, that's not good. How do you feel?
I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I don't feel well at all. Again today, I threw up yesterday. I had just like maybe 2 pieces of pizza for lunch, which I know I shouldn't have ate, but I did, and it made me throw up.
Okay,
so I've been talking to a friend of mine, Sherry, and she's been trying to get me to start doing the longevity program with the tangy tangerine. But that seems to bother my stomach too, you know?
Well, all right, so more to the point here. We need to get you on board with a program that supports and promotes the health of your digestive tract and that gives your body the raw materials that your body needs in order to fix itself. I mean, that's just a prudent thing. The MDs have nothing for you here. All that they can do is tell you to take your gallbladder out. And I was talking to a person in Miami who had let me see, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, 4 nights ago. I was talking to somebody in Miami. They had symptoms very similar to what you had. The MDs told her for years it was her gallbladder. She finally agreed to have the gallbladder removed, and the pain is still there. And it didn't fix it at all. She got no refund. Nobody's hands got slapped. The medical doctors just dusted themselves off and walked away, and meanwhile she's got no gallbladder, and she's in exactly the same spot she was before. Now, you know, you've gone to a lot of medical professionals, and they haven't given you anything that's of any use and effectiveness. So for goodness sake, cancel your comprehensive medical insurance, because they've got nothing for you. Buy acute catastrophic insurance instead to save you, from bankruptcy bills in case you do need to go to the emergency room for some type of emergency thing. But the MDs have nothing for you here, nothing. And you need to stop giving them your hard-earned money in the form of medical insurance premiums every month. All right? So to support and promote the structure and function of the digestive tract, here's the recommendation for 90 days, 3 months. And I'm going to give these recommendations to you in order of importance. If you do not do all of the things that I tell you to do, this program will not work. You must do everything that I tell you or do nothing. This is an all-in thing. You're either all in or you're all out. There is no medium ground here. So the first thing to do, eliminate from your diet 10 foods. You can get the list of the 10 bad foods by going to my website, fireyourmdnow.com. That's fireyourmdnow.com. And on the front page of the website, I want you to sign up for my free monthly newsletter, my free monthly information. Sign up. It's free. As soon as you sign up for that, you will get a list of something that I refer to as my good food, bad food list. There's 10 foods on the bad food list that I want you to stop eating yesterday. You must eliminate these foods immediately from your diet. So go to my website, sign up for the newsletter, download the good food, bad food list, and eliminate the 10 bad foods from your diet immediately. I don't want you to look at these foods ever again in your life. I don't even want you to smell these foods, number one. Number two, what's your current body weight?
I'm 130 pounds.
All right. Oh, yeah, you told me that, and I forgot. 130 pounds. All right. So per month for 3 months, I would like you, please, to take one healthy digestion pack, one bottle of Ultimate Enzymes, one healthy digestion pack, one extra bottle of digestive enzymes, and 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, 1 bottle of Ultimate Enzymes, and 1 healthy digestion pack. I want you to get those supplements and take them every day. Well, get that package is a month's worth of stuff. I want you to do that for 3 months in a row, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. Do not have your gallbladder removed unless it is a life-threatening emergency. And if it was a life-threatening emergency, they would have told you it was a life-threatening emergency, and they would have yanked it already. So follow these instructions. Eliminate those foods. Take these supplements. And after you've done that for 3 weeks, call me back live on the radio and tell me and everybody else in the world the type of progress you have sustained here. This really isn't any different than that car metaphor that I was talking about at the top of the hour. You know, you need to put air in the tires, you need to put oil in it, and transmission fluid, and power steering fluid, and radiator fluid. You need to make sure all the spark plugs are good and that all the wires are connected and the computer system is up to date. And once you've done that, you're good to go. So that's what this program does. It's a comprehensive boilerplate, science-based, clinically verified program to support and promote the structure and function of your body and facilitate the ability of your body to fix itself. Because your medical doctor does not believe that your body has the ability to fix itself. We do. And that is the grand difference between the two therapeutics. Thanks so much, Milwaukee. Give me a call in 3 weeks with a report. I appreciate the call and I appreciate the trust. Now, talk to the person that brought you to this radio show and get a hold of those supplements. Going to our best friend in Germany now, Gottfried, calling all the way from Germany. Hey, Gottfried, Achtung, baby, how are you doing?
Hey, Doc, how are you? We miss you.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, I'm back in the saddle now, brother. How's it going?
It's going okay. Me and my wife want to register on your site.
Oh, good.
We've been very good longevity member, and I've signed up a lot of customers on longevity.
Fantastic. You're hired, brother.
Okay. I have a couple of questions. One with my diabetic.
Yeah.
It's fluctuating of late, so I'm just trying to find out, is it something I'm doing with taking the nutrients or what?
Well, so your blood sugar numbers are going up and down?
Yeah.
And you're type 2 diabetic, right?
That's right.
Okay. So when the numbers go up, the first thing that you want to consider is whether or not you took the sweeties or the mineral supplements.
I'm taking 4 at each meal.
Yeah, so you're probably eating a meal that has a biochemical in it called a phytate, Phytate, all right, a phytate. Now, rice and beans and spinach and nuts and a number of other things contain a biochemical called phytates. That's Phy. T like Thomas A, T like Thomas E, phytate. And phytates bind to minerals. So if you're taking a mineral supplement, which is what the Sweeties is, or the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, right, or the white liquid calcium, and you're eating a meal that has phytates in it, the phytates will bind to some of the minerals and will effectively decrease the dose that you've just taken. So last week, my webinar was on phytates and how to increase the absorption of your supplements. So once you become a member of my online health recovery subscription program, you'll have access to that webinar. Now I have, I think, 54 hours of archived information that you can just point and click your way to health through. Man, it's awesome. So $17 US a month. You can cancel at any time. It's the best thing to happen to medicine since the invention of the sterile technique. I think that when your blood sugars go up, you've taken the supplements with a meal that was high in phytates and they were binding to the minerals in the sweeties, disallowing it from working effectively in your body. So that's probably the workaround there. The easiest workaround for that, Godfried, is to get into the habit of taking the sweeties and any other longevity supplement that has minerals in it between meals. And, you know, if that's a little harsh on your stomach, if you just can't handle supplements on an empty stomach, when you take the mineral supplements between meals, if it does give you an upset stomach, just, you know, eat an apple or a banana, or, you know, something that doesn't have phytates in it, a piece of, you know, a hard-boiled egg, or, you know, a couple of pieces of chicken from the night before or whatever. But that's the first thing to do. I would reference that webinar that I did last week in order to get on the other side of that. Now, hold on to your hat, Godfried. I'm up against a hard break here. I'll take the rest of your questions when we come back on the other side. All right, so hang on in there, Germany. I'm looking forward to talking to you some more. We're an international organization here, ladies and gentlemen. Trinidad 2 days ago, Germany today, South Korea, Australia, Mexico, Canada, and California. Ha! Where does it end? Maybe on the moon or Mars or Venus. Stick around. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden, your friendly neighborhood naturopath. Today is Monday, June 3rd, and we're talking to Godfried from Germany. All right, Godfried, what's next, brother?
I'm just finding out whether cashew nuts is also not good.
Well, it's not a question of being good. See, we need to make a distinction here, right? Because wheat, barley, rye, and oats are not good because they actually hurt the villi in the small intestine, and that's not a good idea. Phytates, the foods that contain phytates, they don't hurt you. They don't harm any tissue in the body, and there's nutritional value in eating nuts or spinach or rice or beans or stuff that has phytates in it. The only problem is that when you consume anything that has a mineral in it with a phytate, the phytate binds to the mineral and you poop it out. So the phytates, you know, stick onto minerals and transport them out of the body. So you can eat nuts and rice and beans to get the protein and the other nutrition from them, but you just can't have them when you're doing a nutritional supplement. Otherwise, you're going to be spitting into the wind. So that's the deal there. And I believe that, yeah, cashews are high in phytates also. I think so. I'd have to look it up. But it's an easy thing to reference on the web, though, Godfried. Just check it out. PHY, T like Thomas A, T like Thomas E, phytate, and check it out.
And the other situation is my wife has a liver problem and extreme back pain.
So what's the diagnosis?
Yeah, she has diagnosis. The liver problem is hepatitis C.
Oh, hepatitis C.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have, let me see. 3 or 4 people that I've been helping for more than 20 years with hepatitis C, and they haven't died. And, you know, the thing about hepatitis C is it's the only type of hepatitis that they don't know how to treat. Hepatitis A and hepatitis B will resolve spontaneously. You just have to make sure the person doesn't get dehydrated or there's a secondary infection or anything like that. But hepatitis C doesn't go away all by itself except rarely spontaneously. It's a very interesting thing to talk about because hepatitis C, like Charlie, hepatitis C, can spontaneously resolve. And you can have had hepatitis C for 5 years, and then you wake up one day and it's gone. and nobody knows why. Nobody knows that mechanism, but it's been documented. Spontaneous reversal of hepatitis C has been documented hundreds of times. Nobody knows what the mechanism is. So what do we do when faced with, in this case, a liver problem? Well, do we treat hepatitis C? No. But do we support and promote the structure and function of the liver? Absolutely, yes, hands down. So the recommendation here would be the Healthy Start Pack and selenium, appropriate for body weight. Selenium being the secret sauce here. Selenium is to the liver what calcium and magnesium is to the bones. Your liver loves and needs selenium. And also, for 1 month, every 3 months, for 1 month, I would also add the prohobahepol. The prohobahepol, H-E-P-O-L, prohobahepol. That's a combination of herbs that supports and promotes hepatoneogenesis, which is the production of new liver cells by the liver, which is an amazing organ, by the way. The liver can completely fix itself. You can cut out 2/3 or something of the liver, and it'll grow back. It's amazing how that happens. And so the prohobahepol supports and promotes the built-in ability of the liver to regenerate new liver cells. And I would do that initially, and then every 3 months add the prohobahepol into the bargain. And it wouldn't hurt, because the hepatitis C is a viral infection, 1 month, every other month, to do the killer biotic. And I would do 6 killer biotic a day, once a month, every other month. I wouldn't do the killer biotic every month. I would do the killer biotic every other month for 6 months. And look to see in the wonderful world of essential oils whether or not there is something that can help. And the Longevity Company has a telephone, what's it called? It's a conference call on essential oils once a week. So go into your back office at Longevity, check out the conference call schedule, and it's with Brenda Wright. She does a weekly conference call on essential oils, and ask her what you can use in the face of a viral infection to support and promote the structure and function of the body. Godfried, we're out of time, brother. Appreciate your help. Call me back anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Peter Glidden. Stick around. Hour 2 coming up.